Hello there everybody, Oymon here, and welcome back to House Flipper 2. When we last left off, we'd finished with the basics of the mansion, and now of course we were working on the decorations as best we could, given the limitations of what is available within House Flipper 2, of course. Still, it actually does all look pretty good, I'd say, relatively so at least. And I think, although I could be wrong, I think the hall is probably going to be the most complicated area, because a lot of the rooms in this place are just wallpaper. There's not a lot of items to have to worry about, and this, that, the other, you know. So I think we're good. Everything's looking pretty decent. It's not like perfect, but I was never going for perfect. So we shall now move on to the dining room. And actually, one thing I do want to check. Let me just... I want to see which ways the doors open. They open inwards towards the dining room. Okay. That was something I was thinking, like, I should really just, like, double check that. Just to make absolutely sure. But yes, so we should be pretty good. Okay, so floor is obviously just checkerboard design. That's at least nice and simple. I don't quite know how big it needs to be, but let's go with big. And yeah, I'll leave it at that. Oops, that's the wrong button. So, like that. Oh, that is all. That's slightly trippy, but that is pretty much perfect. I think the number of tiles is off, but there's only so much I can do about that. Okay, so we've got these pillars here. Obviously, I had to do. You can't do RAL. Theoretically, the thing is, theoretically, I could do corners like the curves. I could do that. The problem is I can't do corners, or can't do rounded corners on the balcony. Which does actually remind me, I need to... Actually, I'm thinking I'm just going to get rid of this balcony and replace it with something else later. Oh, hey, Tegan. I haven't seen you around here for a while. Hope you're doing good over there. Because we're mostly going to be focusing on the ground floor, but I will look at least part, excuse me, part of the upper floor just to... keep an eye on things, because yeah, if I just for the sake of argument, if I were to delete that and then I were to put in, I'm fairly certain I can you. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to do some rotating and resizing, I think. Move. Yeah, we want to rotate you. Hold up. Is that good snapping? Yes. Okay, just to make sure it's all lined up. And now we want to resize. Oh no, that's right. You can't make corners bigger like that, can you? Oh, yeah, they haven't added that in for some reason. You can only do, like, one tiny little bit. You can't do bigger corners. I forgot about that. Yeah, you can't, because that was the thing that screwed me up. The corridor at the back of the house. Okay, well, that being the case, in that case, we literally can't do that. We'll just have to stick to what we did before. Which isn't accurate, but it's a close enough approximation, I would say. Okay, so we need to duplicate. Well, okay. No, what we need... Can we find install? Oh. I know there's a find install button. Maybe not. So what we need is... It's been too long. Am I trying to recreate something? Yes, if you look in the very bottom corner of the screen, you'll know... Oh, hang on, I've got to do the thing. I've got another game going. I'm basically trying to recreate the Spencer Mansion from Resident Evil 1, because I'm a giant fucking nerd. But, hey ho, it is what it is. That is 19. Okay, we can leave that for now. The rest we can just copy out later. Right, that's good. Okay, so we can't do anything about that. This seems to be... I'm fairly certain that's the same as out here, isn't it? Yeah. Copy you. Woo! That's good. I don't... Is there ever a shot of the underside? Oh, yes, there is. There is a shot of the underside, and it's more marble. Lovely. Boom. Well, ain't that just fancy-dancy? Okay, so that's good. Now we've got... What do the walls look like? We've got like a strip of... I don't know, wallpaper along the bottom. It does look like we've got a kind of coving bit. Something kind of like that? Question mark? Like you. And again, I don't think I could get the bits underneath that to stick out. I mean, well, theoretically I could, but that would be really, really annoying. It's also got frequent little indent bits, which again, I don't think I can do. Okay, let's do some basics just to get a rough idea of what we're looking at. Okay, I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to look like marble walls, or if that's just a really weird looking wallpaper. Nah, too straightforward, I think. That's a kind of a dull beige. Almost like that. maybe a shade darker. It's kind of got a textury pattern to it, but not sure. And that's just basic paint. It's nice, but not fantastic. What else could we put up? I mean, it kind of looks like that. Except lighter in color. God damn it. Press the right buttons. That still feels too dark. No, too plain. Okay, cool. It's got to be one of these is going to look good. Sandstone? Oh. Sandstone. Oh, that's a little more accurate. Maybe it's not great, but it's pretty close. I need to tweak the color slightly. Maybe make it a shade darker. Not terrible. Not great, not terrible. Okay. Really not sure how I'm gonna get that little... It's not really a pillar, it's like a fake pillar that's kind of in the wall. I really don't know how I'm gonna get that effect. I mean, see, that's theoretically possible, and I could just slap that up against the wall, but then it wouldn't look right. At least I don't think so. It's got the little lump. Yes, it can only be wood, which is unfortunately not what I'm looking for. So that's not going to work. Where could we potentially... We could just ignore that. Probably better to just ignore it. No one will even notice. Yeah, I am going to have to add another one down below that, because otherwise the window's in the wrong place. Here we go. It's close enough. Okay. Now, what is the bottom part gonna be? Because again, it kind of looks like the carpet from the front room, which unfortunately didn't really have. The heights are close to match. Yeah, I think so. I think so too. It could be hard to judge, but sometimes you just kind of gotta eyeball it. So I could do just a plain basic paint, which it's close. It's certainly close. But I don't know if I can get... No patterns like that. None of these wallpaper types are really that good. It's not incorrect. I mean, kind of close. Not really. It's a floral pattern, certainly. Actually, sideways might be a slightly closer match, although that unfortunately we get those weird lines in it for some reason. That's kind of closer. Not perfect, but again, it is always going for best fit. Ah, that's a little better. Kinda like that. That's close. Close enough. Okay, we'll go with that. Okay. I think that window might need to be slightly taller. Hang on. You do custom textures for wallpaper and stuff. Not as far as I know. You can do custom images for pictures and like picture frames and stuff like that. I don't think you can do custom wallpaper. Not yet, anyway. That might be something they introduce later. But not as far as I know at the moment. Using it, people input custom paintings. Yeah, you can definitely do custom pictures. Definitely. It's absolutely a thing. That's a bit more like it. Close enough. Okay, so that's good. Again, not perfect, but good enough. Okay. So that's a start. Right. So we'll need... I guess we need to start doing like furniture and lights now. We can slap in tables. About there-ish. Yeah, that's about right. And we need a vase. Where the hell does vases even come under? Decorations! Alright, which one have you got? Do you have one with handles? That's not inaccurate, because mine is the handles. Not quite you. You're not terribly shaped. Maybe not. I need to make you a kind of light bluish, eggshell blue. Doesn't have handles, but you know what? It's close enough. Come on. Why won't... Apparently it won't go directly in the middle for some reason. Okay, that's a start. Let me just grab one of you. pop you about there-ish. I don't think they got hanging ones, proper hanging ones, have they, in lights? Technically there's those. Or those. No, I'm thinking no. I could do that one though. Kind of close, but not really. Okay, so that's... we'll just leave it with those ones. Okay, so we got that. Then we got a big ass picture here. Picture. That reminds me, actually, did I? I didn't. I forgot to put the pictures in this room too. Okay. Alright, so we can want a nice large picture frame. I cannot for the life of me tell what the hell that picture actually is in the background there. I'm going to assume something kind of like that, only not. That looks good actually. It might be a little bit bigger. Ah, so the picture changes the size. Well, I suppose that makes its own kind of sense. So slap you down about... yeah, a little lower. You're a bigger one. You can get longer ones, I can't get taller ones. Okay, that's close enough. And a 1, 2, 3, past that. 4. All right. There's a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10. Oh, that's nice and convenient. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 2, 2, 2, 4, 6, 17, 2, 4, 6, 10, 2. 23, 22, 17. That's about equal distance. Roughly. There. I think that one is actually a little further along. Also, I haven't added the corners. I just realized I haven't done that. Why do I always miss stuff? Yeah, look, there's little like corner bits. Do it. Actually, no, it doesn't have to. It doesn't have that, does it? It doesn't, it never did. That is a habit. Alright, looking better, relatively. Okay. Yeah, that's sort of roughly. Let's close the door. Sort of, it's close, kinda. You can sort of just about see the angle like that. It's close. Too bright, but that's an engine problem. Okay. Now, one thing we are gonna have to do. Tables, dining tables. Okay, now obviously we cannot do a dining table as big as the one in that. I think that's fair and obvious. So can we... Doesn't feel big enough. There's one long table. There's more of a space on that side. Oh, nope. Bye bye. There's probably too much of a space now. Okay, that's good. Now, chairs. chairs. There, we want... Yes, these kind of chairs. Now, can we get ones... No, we can't. You're kind of close. You never quite get the ones you want, can you? Ones with padded seats and no back, but these ones have got padded seats and padded backs. This one's kind of close. Looks like a base reddish. That's good. Go with that. There. Alright. Getting better all the time, I'd say. Okay, what else? I mean, there's plates and stuff. Can we do plates? Yep, yeah, you can actually. Where is that? Oh, would it be in accessories? Ah, accessories. Okay. Okay, so we could do that. Can we do mats of any kind? Just tiny little table mats. What would that be under, I wonder? Decorations, maybe? I'll do floor decor. He thinks that's a tad big. Picture of standing decor, wall decor. No placemats. Got mattresses, which is not exactly the same. We can get folded towels. Don't think that's gonna work. Well, we can do plates, and that actually looks to be about the right color, so... Maybe get a few candle holders. We can get candle holders with candles, we can't get them without, so I guess that'll have to do. They look kind of gold mission colour, so let's do that, why not? How many are there? I think there's only about 4. 1, 2. Yeah. Sadly, you can't light the candles, which is a bit of a shame. Okay, so that's good. Table's not as big as I'd like, but that's kind of the biggest table there is. I'd have it wider if that were an option. Okay, so what else have I not done? Oh, we got a picture. Picture and the clock. Yes, that's... I mean, the alcove isn't really possible because of how the walls work. We could do the picture. And I absolutely cannot do the grandfather clock. Because that is just not a thing. So I wanted the grandfather clock. Like, that's kind of the closest you can get. I mean, at least it technically ticks. Slap that up on the wall. It's close. It's fine. It's fine. Perfectly fine. Okay, so we've got a picture of a person. Now comes the tricky part. The fireplace and surrounding stuff. Because most of this I don't think I can do. Can I even do fireplaces? Can I just drop a fireplace? Don't know. Apparently I can. Which one's the closest? I mean, I guess technically that one or that one. I mean, you look the most ornate, which is kind of the one I would expect to have in a place like this. It's not like it needs to actually be lit. Okay, so that's that. Suppose there's any like banners or... Nope, there's a banana, but there's no banner. Flag? Well, sort of. Okay. I mean, theoretically? Kinda? A fucking dog in that one, a mountain in that one. I want to say that's the Irish flag, but no, I don't think that's the Irish flag. I think that's the Italian flag. Hang on a second, I'd have to look that up. Yeah, that's... I mean, here's the thing. If I can get it the right way around. That... I hate this rotation thing. It's so annoying. I can never get it to go the way I want it to. It never bloody works. Nope, it's just not having it. But yeah, green, white, red is the flag of Italy. Had a feeling it was something like that. Because it's similar to the Irish one, but the Irish one isn't red, it's gold. Although typically just coloured orange. It's supposed to be gold, but most people just colour it orange. Because, yeah, sure, why not? Pinnacle. Skull and crossbones. I don't think we should bother with a flag. I don't think we can do the shield or the emblems. We might be able to do the... pillars. If we do this... Pirate mansion. Well, I mean, they were doing illegal activity here, so it's not incorrect. Kinda. Needs to be slightly darker. Alright, that's that. Okay, so we can't do anything shield or sword related, so that's out. Can we... Because obviously this bit does not look like how it does in the picture. Because it's got like a sort of a yellow coving thing going on, which is different. I'm not really sure how to do that. Actually, is it coving or is it like a little shelf? It might be like a little shelf kind of thing. Hang on, if we... kind of works. And then maybe we can put some... No, it doesn't have to go down at the bottom on that. Looks pretty good. Yeah, that's not too bad, is it? Not sure if we can get the color will the right effect. Oh, can we? Kind of like that. These look like a little shelf, which is, it sort of has that effect if you actually look at the thing. It's hard to tell, obviously, because it's a 2D image of what was a very simple 3D render at the time. But I think that's not inaccurate. Okay, now we need to work out what kind of thing to make it look like. It could be fun. No, because I can't change the... I can't change the color of that. I can only change the color of these ones. I mean, it's got a kind of a woodish look. Maybe kind of a goldish color. Go. I mean, it's not inaccurate. It's not accurate, but it's not inaccurate. That's close. That's pretty close. As I said, it's because it's missing the flag and everything. It looks kind of off, but I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get. It's not terrible. I like that. It's all right. So I think that's as good as I can do on the ground floor. So I think we'll have to head up and finish off upstairs. Because yes, we got a lot more to do yet. That's like the second room. Technically third, I suppose, if you can count the downstairs and the upstairs in the main hall. But yeah, we've got so much. Does the upper level not extend all the way along that wall? How do you mean? Seems like the pillars go all the way up. What, these pillars? Oh, you mean do they go up to here? No, I think those are like pillars hanging down from the ceiling. And actually, now that I'm looking at the ceiling from this angle, actually, I think there'd be that much room in the shield and over the fireplace. So I'm not following. I mean, you got the wall. Obviously, the fireplace. You know, the shield and stuff would be up here. The flags would be there and there. Oh yeah, that was something else I realized last time. Is there's a bunch of windows along there. But anyway, it's 4:05 and I need to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to take a quick break. And when I get back, we will work on the upstairs of the dining room. Back in a minute, guys. And we are back. Okay then. So, we need to get dear little Chrissy here upstairs. Because unfortunately I can't just go upstairs. I've got to physically travel there. Still, should be fine. Oh yeah, I never did add those pictures. We got a person picture there, and a person picture there. Hang on a sec. Woo. Too high. Okay. Then. I don't always want the same picture. A lot of these pictures are very odd. Some of these pictures are really, really weird. Good. Okay. Such plush carpets. Yeah, that's actually one of the weird things, is that this game doesn't actually have carpet. It's House Flipper 2. Does not have carpet. And I've yet to manage to work out why. It just doesn't. Okay, hang on a second. One, two, three, four, five. There's 5 sections. Okay, so 5 sections. And 70. Close enough. Then we'll work out sort of roughly. Where to? Whoop, no, not on the floor. We'll work out roughly where to put the... Right, okay. So we've got... Excuse me. Ugh. I'm just dying over here, it's fine. Right. We need a light about here-ish, I think. Like a strip of wood along the top there. That's weird. You wood, the light brownish. You. No, it's kind of just wood. Take that along there. Take you. I never saw ice cream going at that speed. You. That's good. Yeah, close enough. I can't quite get the sort of wobbly effect. If you look, it's kind of like this isn't just like a straight angle like it is here. This bit. But it's kind of wobbly, and I don't think I can get that. I mean, I theoretically could, but I'm not that worried. Oh yeah, we also gotta do you. I have to work out what the hell we're gonna do for the carpet. Technically speaking, there is no carpet. Where we're going, we won't need carpet. The floorboards are easier to clean. Okay. There is carpet. What the fuck? Why are you hiding carpet in bloody Dev? Thing is, I can have carpet, but I can't have patterned carpet. I can only have it be one color. like that. And in fact, no, it's not actually carpet, it's just a box of carpet. Oh yeah, wallpaper roll. Wait, what? So, hang on. You can have a box of wallpaper that looks like carpet, but you can't have actual carpet. What? Yeah, you really just cannot have carpet. You can have rugs, but you can't have carpet. I assume. You can have it in tiles, I guess. It's not quite the same. Yeah, because you can clearly see they are just rugs. And why it has Lorem Ipsum written on it, I have no idea. I think, at least according to... It's technically resizable. No, look, then you get the clipping shimmer. I hate the clipping shimmer. Why is carpet not, like, paintable? Why does carpet have to be separate? I mean, technically speaking... I mean, I think I see what it's trying to go for. It's like, oh, you can have a carpet, but you can spread it out, but there's always that gap. I don't know if there's a way to get rid of that gap. I don't think so. Well, you can have the carpet with tiles at least I assume you can. So you could have the carpet with the floral pattern on it, at least. It would be something. No, it would be something indeed. I mean, theoretically, I could do that. It would be perfect. There would be gaps, though. That's the annoying thing, is there would be gaps. I don't really want gaps. Really not. I really don't know why you can't just paint carpet. Yep, that doesn't look ugly as fuck, does it? Small hint. Yes, it does. It really, really does. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting about that. We've got these windows along here. You know, this was a surprising detail that I didn't even realize was a thing. I had never even noticed these, and I played Resident Evil like, God knows, like a dozen times over the years. A lot. I played this game a lot. Never knew these were here. Never noticed them. Never had a need to, I guess. But yeah, there's just windows along this wall. Like, who the bloody hell knew? I sure as hell didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 6, isn't there? Okay, so we've got 6 windows. We've got a wall that is... What was at least vaguely equal distance? That is 86. So 86 is minus 24. So that's 62. Oop. Sorry, just doing a very, very quick bit of mental maths in my head. Gotta make sure I get a decent layout for this. should only have been 1, 2. Should only have been 5, not 7. That's why the number's off. Damn it. One, two, three, 4. Got down to 12. That should be a 12. Perfect. Woo! Took a bit of going to get there, but I got there in the end. Okay. Ooh. Hey, Retro Spark. Yes, it is indeed House Flipper once again, and because my ideas are usually more ambitious than I want them to be, it's probably going to be House Flipper for quite some time yet. Like, it's a lot more house flipping before all is said and done. Can I? Probably not. Nah, it doesn't let you do that. That's a shame. Still, good enough. I'm recreating a building. Yes, I am indeed recreating a building. As you can tell by the little picture in the bottom corner, I'm recreating the Spencer estate from Resident Evil 1. Because I'm a giant nerd and apparently also a glutton for punishment. Need to get this game. I would recommend it. I think it's decent. It is missing some bits. Like, there are some things I'm like, kinda wish they had this in there, but I'm sure they'll add it all in the fullness of time. Now, I can't do stained glass windows, sadly. Not an option for me. So, we are gonna have to snag you. Also, I just noticed there's no red bit along that back wall. You ever did play any of the Resident Evil games? Are they any good? I mean, the first Resident Evil is kind of antiquated by today's standards, but I would still say it's a really good game. I really like it. Although I will say, if you play the remake of the original Resident Evil 1, that game is amazing. That is in fact the game I hold up as being, if you're making a survival horror game, look at this. Like, this is the kind of shit you need to be looking at if you want to make a good survival horror game, you know? Then you've got... yeah, and then, you know, you got all the other Resident Evil ones. Like, the original PlayStation one, though, it is a classic. It's a classic for good reason. Your first House Flipper got a ton of updates and things added. Yes, it did, and it's still going to. They actually did announce that although House Flipper 2 is out, they are still going to be adding new content to the original House Flipper, as well as new content to House Flipper 2 as well. So, if you own House Flipper 1 and don't yet have House Flipper 2, they have been very specific and said, don't worry, we're not abandoning House Flipper 1, it's still going to get updates. Which I think is actually really good of them. It's, you know, it's still going to get updates, it's still going to get, like, DLCs and stuff like that. So yeah, that's nice. Seems a little overscoped, working on 2 games at once. My guess is that just the success of House Flippers 1 and 2 has just given them the funds to have enough people to be able to work on that, really. I mean, I don't know what their, like, internal structure is like, so I can't speak about that. But I would assume that they know what they're doing. Let's put you about... I wish I could make you bigger, but it is what it is. According to LinkedIn, they have 11 to 50 employees. That's a wide margin. Like, that's quite a wide range of potential employees, don't you think? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so we want some marble. It's kind of close. They're also Polish. Seems likely. Wait a second, that makes me think. Hang on. Not that then. Whoop. really wish I could make it bigger, but you can't. I don't know. It's close enough, I think. I don't know. I think I may have to do, actually, if we build another layer along here. And we want to do it about... And we can paint you with a darker color, although I can't quite see what it is. I don't know, it's like just some dark color, I guess. Paint it in dark wood. Okay, we want to move, so rotate and rotate. Resize. Alright, this again. Why is this so complicated? I don't know, but it just is. Fuck my life. Right. I did this to myself. Literally no one to blame but me. Now I gotta work out how I'm gonna do this last bit. Hang on. No, I can't just pick you up, can I? I've got to use... Really? Right, so because of clipping, but you were allowed to clip. Ignore collisions. Yes. Alright, I got an idea. It's certainly a terrible idea, but it should just about work. Yeah, okay. I think this will work. But it is going to take much bloody longer because of this. Okay. Problem is, once we do that, then we can't resize it, can we? Because oh, now there's a thought. Could I do it that way? There it is. Okay, yeah, that kind of works. It's close enough. God almighty, this is annoying. Why can't you just let me put it in normally? Like a normal thing. Why have I always got to do rotations? Right. That took way too bloody long, but there it is. And yes, we want to paint that color, Lovely. That took way too long, but I do quite like the effect. Alright, that's good. Okay. Is there... Oh. Hang on, the controller's died. Or, no, actually, it's turned off. And I think that's the dining room about as close as I can get. I don't think I can get the kind of wavy effect on this thing. I think that's too complicated for the graphics engine to handle, unfortunately. But it looks pretty decent. It doesn't have some of the dirt and stuff that sort of scatter all over the upper part of the wall. But that's something I can always add in once I actually get to making the destroyed version of the house. So that'll be fun. So, yes. It's 5 o'clock, we'll take a break, and I think, considering we're already upstairs, we may as well make a start on this little room. I guess. I don't know. We've got to do something, so, may as well start somewhere. Right, back in a minute, guys. And we are back. Okay, then. So, oh, actually, I need to get Chris in the right room. Yeah, okay, that's good. Right, so this room is dark. It's also got very odd looking green wallpaper. In a pattern I don't think I can match. But let's see if we can get close. Certainly a floral pan. Could be. Kinda. Okay, that's closer. Not perfect, but it's definitely closer. No. Well, that's kind of irritating. Didn't realize that was clipping into the bloody wall in that room. Damn it. Is there an easy way to fix this? Probably not. God damn it. Okay. Nothing's ever easy, is it? Fortunately, we should be able to just push all those up one, I hope. That's lucky. That was annoying. Right, okay, fine. Fine, it's okay. We're done. We're good. Let's get back into it, shall we? This place only has wooden floorboards, so that makes things nice and simple. Yep, that doesn't look gaudy in the slightest. Huh. Where is the window the zombie dog jumps through? Oh, that's actually on the other side of the mansion. That is... Here, let me get out of this. That is all the way down here. Through here. That one, I think. Technically speaking, at least. I think it's that one. Right. That's that. Ooh, you've got little wooden pillars. Oh, and there's like a wooden runner that runs along the bottom. That's irritating. I mean, technically speaking, we have those. That's fair, actually. I should probably actually, that looks alright. It looks fine. Now, I don't know what the bloody hell I'm gonna do about the wall running bits. too thin. I don't know if what I'm about to try is gonna work. It probably won't, but hey ho, you never know. Oh, I don't know, that kind of works. Wow, I didn't think that would work as well as it did. Actually, that looks pretty good. Oh, I do wonder if... Oh, no, I need to... Yeah, I didn't think that would allow me to do that. Hey! That's, yeah, that works. It's a little complex to have to keep maneuvering that around, but I will give it credit. That looks pretty bloody good. Okay, so where are they exactly? So a little before then, one right there. Because I want to get the lights in position first. Yeah, about there ought to do it. I think this needs to be higher up. There is a close-up shot, which is, yeah, that's about right. We are going to have to move you, unfortunately, which is a little annoying. Alright, duplicate. Take a bit of time, but I think it'll look good in the end. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one. And you two don't have one, okay. Let's move. thought that was off. It just looked it. Sometimes you can just tell. Especially when you know what the end result is supposed to look like versus what it does. Alright, that's good. Now that actually looks pretty good. Again, not 100% accurate, but bloody close. I like that. Now that door, sadly, I can't open. Which is a bit of a pig. Now, oh, the floor. Might want to get the floorboards down. That might also be a thing. Also. Interesting. Okay, we'll need to... Alright, floorboards first. What color are they? They're kind of a dark brownish. Wenge? No, not wenge. Dark beach. And I would very much like... Yes. Quite big if we can. That's too big. See, it's more of a... It's less red, more brown. Well, that could be good. I see, that's too light. Okay, it's close, but it's not quite there. Let's use this one. It doesn't help the room is incredibly light right now. All right. Now, according to this, I think that's just basic white paint. Do that real quick, paint. It might be more yellow than that. I'd probably have to go downstairs to look at the actual thing from that. Now, the only thing we haven't done in this area... What the bloody hell does the ceiling look like? Do we even see it at any point? Nothing over there. Oh, we can kind of see it there. think that's the best angle I got at the ceiling for this room. And I can't even tell what the bloody hell it is. It looks just like a dark wood. So let's just give it a dark wood and call it a day. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Right. No pattern. You get molding for the bottom, but you can't get it for the top. I think I wonder if that works. You can turn it upside down. And then you can just expand it. Like that. That actually worked. I didn't think it would, but it did. Yay for me. That actually worked surprisingly well. Who knew? That actually really works. Kind of brings things together too. That's quite nice. Okay, I do need to just very quickly shrink you down. Shrink you down. Excellent. That is decent. I think I kind of wish. I really wish they could be clear. Why can't we make these out of glass? Why do they have to be metal and all sorts of stuff like that? Okay. Nice. This is one of the few rooms in the entire house with a bloody light switch. Okay, most of this I can't do because most of this is statues and trophies and crushing and everyone else. Yeah, okay. Okay. Definitely something striped and floral. Swear to God, I used to have wallpaper like that in my old house. Wait, I can't change the color of the flowers? That's annoying. It's actually really annoying because that would be very accurate, but if I can't... Flippin' heck. Right. We just have striped wallpaper. That's actually not that bad. I'm not doing that top corner because I'm fairly certain I've got a little corner bit to add in up there. Yay for me. And might be one taller actually. Then again, so I can't quite tell. So I think that's a window there. God, like right where Chris is standing. I think that's another bloody window I missed. How do I keep missing all these bloody windows? I suppose that they're so hidden on the like edge of the screen that only because I'm paying attention, it's like I'm only spotting them now. Okay, so I think it's just about halfway in the room. Okay, hang on, what have I got? Ah, I may need to lower you down a bit. No, actually, no, that is... It's about there. Roughly. That's good. Okay. We need, or we will need, more corner blocks. These I can actually put a proper chandelier in this room. Unlike the one that is completely missing in the main hall. Sandbox. Wait, there you are. it's kind of got lines across it. I can't do the lines, but it looks to be a sort of a basic... Oh, don't need that. No. It's not quite white, it's kind of off-white. That works. Close enough. Now the ceiling, I can't quite tell. Actually, I might be able to look at... Oh, hang on. Push you along here. This might work, this might not. The angle might not be active anymore. Can we look at the... No, we can't. Okay, never mind. I was hoping maybe we could look at the figurehead again, because you can actually do that. But that's probably only when it's got the jewel in it. Yeah. No good. Okay, that's never mind. Because it has a sort of an upwards facing angle to it. So I was like, oh, maybe that'll work. So it looks like it's got a kind of a grid pattern on the ceiling. It's not bricks, it's definitely a grid. Like square. Kind of like that. And that's kind of it. No, it feels slightly beige. Okay. I may as well get the rotation right. Actually, that's a fair point. I did a kind of a universal thing there. Hold that thought. There's always something. Always something. Oh, it does that annoying corner thing that I can't do. Well, I kind of can do, but can't really. Actually, that kind of looks better than I expected it to. Well, that's good. So does it also... Is it there? Or I don't know. I cannot tell. Literally can't tell. Too dark. Oh no, no it doesn't look. Yeah, you can see it's a straight line there. That's fine. Okay. Actually, I have just noticed it is 6 o'clock. And so I am afraid we're going to have to stop for today. But we made good progress. I mean, we got the entirety of the dining room done. Which is looking pretty good. Pretty swish. Pretty swanky, all things considered. We got this room done, which actually looks really bloody good. I love that I managed to get that there. I think that's a really, really cool look. Doesn't poke up on the other side, does it? No, it does not. That's good to know. And we're well on our way to working on this room. Glad I spotted that window there. There's a lot more windows in this place than I thought there were, because so many of them are just like at the edge of the frame. Like, boy howdy, I did not realize quite how many windows this place actually had. But that's cool. I'm learning new things every day. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.